Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, all praises, honor, and the glory shall go to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Ba'asham Makakodash Brakatam. Double honor shall go to apostles, elders, and bishops, a great millstone to continue to teach and to rule well. Shalom to the Akims, a great millstone and like-minded camps and individuals who continue to teach as one body, who continue to be out on the highways and byways, risking their lives for the greater good. And also shalom to the sincere Aquats who are continuously learning in silence, as the Holy Scriptures have commanded for you to do so. This is Azariah Gabar, representing the King is Coming channel, back at it with another lesson for edification purposes. All right, so I'm going to switch up a little bit for today's lesson. So, Slakia. So this lesson is going to be purely concentrated on those Akims and Akwats who are either considering to walk on this narrow path of righteousness with the 100% truth, or that has already began that process. All right. So you individuals out there, this lesson is for you. So I just want to send you guys one important message today. And that message is prepare to be an outcast. So not only this is going to be a message, but this is going to be the title for today's beautiful lesson. Prepare to be an outcast, because when you start to walk into this narrow pathway, you're going to have to get used to the idea that you're going to become an outcast of this wicked world. And that's a good thing. Trust and believe. Because case in point, we go to the book of James, chapter 4 and 1. It reads, "From whence come wars and fightings among you? Come they not hence, even of your lusts that war in your members?" Verse 2, "Ye lust and have not. Ye kill and desire to have and cannot obtain. Ye fight and war, yet ye have not, because ye ask not." Verse 3, "Ye ask and receive not, because ye ask amiss, that ye may consume it upon your lusts." And here's the point, verse 4, "Ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that the friendship of the world is enmity with Yahweh? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is the enemy of Yahweh." Woo! Beautiful. So simply put, you have to get rid of all those old bad habits, being adulterers, adulteresses. All right? Being whoremongers. All right? Being filthy, dirty, filthy rags, like the scripture says. All right? You got to take off that old man and put on that new man. Okay? And most importantly, you can no longer be a friend of the world, like the LeBron James and the Kevin Harts. Okay? Just to name a few. You have to subside from being that friend of the world, because like I just read in James 4 and 4, "Therefore will a friend of the world is an enemy of Yahweh." All right? Simply put, You cannot serve two masters. You cannot serve Yahweh and Mammon, like Yahweh Shai Hamashiach said. Okay? You have to give up one to serve the other. And if you want to serve Yahweh Shai Mashiach, well, I just mentioned it. All right? You have to give up certain things. All right? Because, Salakia, let me get this scripture in Matthew 10 and 34 to further prove my point. And Yahweh Shai Mashiach said, whosoever therefore shall profess or confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in heaven. Verse 33, but whosoever shall deny me before men, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. Verse 34, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. Woo! And that's another mentality that you 2/3 have to get out of your heads, because there's Baptist churches with the lies. So to continue, verse 35. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. Verse 36. And the man's foes shall be they of his own household. Ooh, man. And verse 37. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And verse 38. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. Bang. Bang. Zoom, you know. So, again, these are the prime examples of being an outcast. All right? When you step into this truth wholeheartedly, you're going to have to be willing to give up your material things, your financial status, your celebrity status, hell, even your own family and friends. Because like I just read, a man's foes shall be they of his own household. So your own household is going to become your enemy. You're going to be an outcast out of your own household. But that's okay, because there's something much greater down the road. Y'all heard? So we're going to skip over to the book of Hebrews 11 and 11, and it reads, through faith also Sarah herself received strength to conceive seed and was delivered of a child when she was past age, because she judged him faithful who had promised. Salakia. Verse 12. Therefore sprang there even of one, and him as good as dead, so many as the stars of the sky in multitude, and as the sand which is by the sea shore innumerable. Verse 13. These all died in faith, not having received the promises, but having seen them afar off, and were persuaded of them, and embraced them, and confessed that they were strangers and pilgrims on the earth. Woo! So again, this is another facet of being an outcast. Why? Simply put, because when that Revelation 13:16 truly hits the fan and becomes mandatory very soon, well, guess what? If you don't consent to that RFID microchip or that MOT-B, mark of the beast, you can't pay your rent. You can't pay a mortgage. which will be the end result of you having to be a stranger and a pilgrim on the earth. You're going to have to be nomads. That's another form of being an outcast of this society when you step into this true gospel. All right? So, Hebrews 13:12, it reads, wherefore Yahushua also, that he might sanctify the people with his own blood, suffered without the gate. Verse 13, let us go forth therefore unto him without the camp, bearing his reproach. Verse 14, for here have we no continuing city, but we seek one to come. Woo! Beautiful. So this is another form of being an outcast, because we're not going to have a continuing city. Why? Because of being a pilgrim and a stranger. But the good news is we're going to seek one to come. Which is that one to come? The kingdom of Jacob, or Yaqub. That's a city that we are going to seek, because it's going to be a continuous city. It's going to be forever and ever and ever. Okay? So, finally, the good old Revelation 13:16. And it reads, and he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Verse 17, and that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. Okay? So simply put, that's that microchip. Don't let these idiots at camps like IUIC tell you otherwise, talking about sleeping with a white woman or American policy. They're so dumb, it's not even funny. Okay? And your blood is going to be on their hands. All right? For you individuals who continue to follow these guys. They're going to have blood on their hands. A whole large quantity of blood. Trust me, because of fear of Salakia, the slain of the Lord shall be many. Salakia, according to the book of Isaiah 66:16. For the slain of the Lord shall be many. And a whole lot of that slain is going to be attributed to people accepting that microchip. All right? So, speaking of that, of the consequences and repercussions, Revelation 14:8, and it reads, and there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, the great city, because she made all nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. Verse 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast, aka consenting to that microchip being inserted in you, and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. Verse 10, the same shall drink with the wine of the wrath of Yahweh, which is poured out without mixture. So in other words, poured out without mixture means it's going to be absolutely no mercy. Zero mercy. Not even an iota of mercy. Into the cup of his indignation or righteous anger, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb, aka Yahushua HaMashiach. All right? So I truly believe that I've provided the very necessary scriptures to bolster my point. Akims and Naquats, you newbies. Consider this like your first day of college, and you receive that syllabus, that course syllabus from your professor. So what does that syllabus will pertain to? is going to pertain to what to expect from your class for that semester. All right? So consider these precepts your holy syllabus that you're going to have to be aware of if or when you do decide to enter into this true walk. Okay? That narrow path. All right? So hopefully someone gets edification out of this beautiful lesson for today. Y'all heard? So with that being said, all praises, honor, and the glory shall go to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Bakakodash, Bakatam, Kwam, Yasharal, Rise Israel. And as always, Lord willing, on to the next video. Shalom.